Generic greetings. I don't think it's heresy to state that where possible you want to make informed, rational, intelligent decisions based on information that you've gleaned, gathered, discerned, been informed of, and otherwise absorbed and scrutinised. I think that's a good rule of thumb. However, there's times where you can know too much. You don't want to know the ending of a book you haven't read or halfway through reading. You don't want to know the end of a film. You certainly don't want to know things like, does lava taste nice? Oh, you don't want to figure these things out firsthand. Certainly not. Does yak dropping really smell that bad in a festering swamp? Again, your life is not going to be improved by knowing this. Does baking soda get blood out of a carpet? You know what? I really don't want to know. And Astroneer is a prime example of I just don't want to know. What is it? Well, for a start, it's basically a exploration game where you build a base and have ships and gather resources. I guess you could call it a survival game. I guess it's more of a survival game than an adventure game, but it does feel more adventure-y to me because the joy of exploration has been lost on a lot of games because of knowing too much. You end up being an intermediary for the wiki or a tutorial, and I went into this after playing it in early access a couple of years ago, knowing very, very little. When it first came out, I played it and went, yep, this is pretty good, but I don't want to know anymore. I just want to wait until it's done and then I'll play some of it. And that's exactly what's happened. I've waited about a couple of years, I think, until it's done, and I've been loving it. I've been exploring. I've been playing with a friend as well. And we're going around exploring stuff, and I purposely didn't want to know much about it. What was there, what sort of sights you can experience, and what you'll find and where. And I think that's lost a lot of the time, where people read too much, and then you lose a lot of that. And I think this is one of those games where the less you know, the more you'll get out of it. So basically, as I said, it's a sort of space survival where you build ships and go to different planets and gather resources and whatnot. Links in the description. You can check it out yourself if you do so desire. It's going to be spoilers from here on in. Okay, 3, 2, 1, right. It's just me and you. So this is the really garbage base that me and a friend have been building over the course of, I think, a couple of hours, really. As I said, because we had to learn the game from scratch and didn't look at tutorials and wikis, we've been bumbling about and figuring it out, and that's been really, really fun. This is the central shelter and basically is a save point. We have things like power and oxygen, and we've got some of these like medium wind turbines. You can see these connectors. There's a lot of things that the game does differently to others, and these connectors are like an integral part of the game where you have to physically connect stuff off. Everything's very, very physical, very visual, and where possible, removed pretty much all UI. So, for example, to know how much oxygen you have left, it is just shown on your backpack, and it'll slowly go down like that. And click on it, and you can see it a bit more, and you can see these resources. The resources just doesn't have a number next to it. It's all visual. It's all there. I mean, I understand that a UI is visual. What I mean is, it's all like it seems to be a tangible thing. Like, so you can count. You can count like how much resources you've got. So, for example, I've got 2 bits of these green resources on the back of this sort of harvesting thing. So when I gather more, you'll be able to see it slowly streams towards it, and it'll start gathering it like that. So you have a rough indication of how much you're going to get. The tethering system is a fairly big part of the game, where you have to build these things, and you connect to your network, so they go off in all directions, as you can see, and down to caves. And yes, the caves are massive. This tool is predominantly for digging holes, but you can, with upgrades, get it to flatten and raise the earth. But that will require research, and research requires you to go and explore and find these things, and then you get certain research points, and then we get all of this stuff here, and yeah, there's a fair bit to this game. Obviously extremely stylized, but it's a beautiful looking game. So what are we going to be doing here? Well, I'm going to take this buggy out into that land, and I want to find something. I've already found a couple of these things, but I'll show you in a moment what we've found. I'm just actually going to put that in there to start smelting. Ooh, I've literally fired that thing up. What's that there? That is quartz, so that'll turn into glass. Aluminium we already have, so I will place that back somewhere. And is that a rocket? It is fireworks, and I don't know where that's come from, because I certainly don't have the research to make it. Anyway, let me store this thing first. I'm going to probably pick up this clay. And it's just simple things like not knowing where to get these resources. I mean, you can press escape and go over to this Astropedia here, and it tells you the resources that are on each planet, and also there's a resource tree here. So there's your natural resources, and then there's your refined resources. It doesn't tell you how to create that, but it says, like, you know, these are the resources in the game. It would be nice to have an in-game tree if necessary, but again, would that spoil it? I don't think it would. I would prefer to have an in-game tree of how to figure stuff out. Or once you've figured it out, will it then, like, it would be nice if it, like, basically unlocked the tree and said, right, you figured out how to do this. This is what it's like. But anyway, a minor thing. So we're going to go over to this area here, and we're going to store stuff again. It's not like boxes, it's all physical. You have to, you know, if there's a space for it, it can go there, and it'll click on there. And things like the connection points, that's a double connector. It's that, and that's different from two single connectors like that. See, this thing will not go on there. It will not. It just won't fit. It's square peg round hole. It's not going to happen. And there you go. We're going to put it down there. This is our green mobile because it's solar and wind powered, and also lots of generators on the back there. And I found this thing here, and I don't really know what it is. It's some sort of oxygen extender or something. That's getting powered up. I'm going to I'll dump it on the side there. Okay, so we are going to explore, and I'm going to get in the buggy, and we are going to head off. Now, I want to show you one thing first, and then I'm going to go in a different direction. So, I'm going to follow these tethers to my destination. However, they are a bit, as you can see, wandering. I'm going to have a bit of a hard time because I think there's a ravine somewhere here. Oh, and also the suspension on this thing is, I think, 2 blocks of concrete. It doesn't seem to bounce so much as, well, it does bounce along, but it doesn't seem to absorb the bumps. It just seems to bounce up and down. You may be able to see on the left there the intended destination, and that is a crevasse. We're fine. That's a rock. That's fine. And yeah, that's the intended destination. That is, well, I don't know what it is. I know that we turned it on, but I don't know what it's called. I'm guessing maybe a Stargate. It's a teleporter of some kind, because we can go up to it, and I think we'll park the buggy there, and you'll see when we get close to it, it does change, and I don't think anyone can accuse this game of not being very nice. I mean, look at them reflections, and the effects when you walk over it. You've got these like patterns. That's lovely, and the music changes when you come in. I think that's one of my favourite things about the game. Just the sense of joy of exploring and finding things is just come right back, and also it's a relaxing game. I got this. A friend, I showed him how to play Factorio, obviously quite badly. I'm going to use the teleporter, by the way, and ooh, nice. And said, "Is anything like it?" And I went, "Well, there's lots of other games like that, but in terms of co-op, you might like this." And I told them about this, and they picked it up when it was on sale. And sure enough, we waited until it was out, and I'm going through it. And we'll teleport back. So you can see we can teleport to different areas, which is really cool. And I'm guessing when I click on that, you see that's unlocked and that's unlocked. But that one there, interior, surface, surface. So there's 2 more that we have not yet found. And if we click on it, they don't work. So we need to find it, and we need to turn it on. And that's hopefully what we will achieve here. Will we achieve it? I don't know. We might not. We might not. We'll just have to see what happens. However, I think a good shout is to go back the way we came, back to base. I'm just going to go around this big crevasse. You can see we've got a beacon over there, so that shows us where we came from. In terms of multiplayer, I've only played this 2-player. I don't know how I would get out of that if I fell in it. I've only played 2-player. I don't know if it's anymore. I believe it'll be up to 4, but again, that's a guess on my part. Certainly not without its flaws. This buggy tends to completely go all over the place and stop working now and again. For whatever reason, it just stops. It just refuses to drive, and you have to detach it and have a mess around. There's been some client desyncs. There's been some times where my friend's been digging and it's not been altering the ground for him, but it has been for me, and then they've fallen through the world. And Stuff like that. I mean, these are all things that I'm guessing they'll get to, and nothing completely nutty game breaking. A quick relog or whatever normally sorts that out. So we're back at base, which is good. And I want to head down this pathway here. You can see we've got another trailer there. That's because we're going to make this thing we're going to make it a land train and have it really, really long. Sadly, this is the longest you can make it. So I want to head around this way. And I think what I'm looking for is round this corner. It was in the woods last time I saw it. Or last saw them. There was 2 of them. We're looking for some pods. Well, we're looking for a Stargate, and we'll figure it out, but there'll be a big beam of light. Or whatever, it's a teleportery thing. Maybe called a Stargate. And, oh, come on. Oh, have I beached it? No, we're fine. We're fine. I thought it was around here, you know. Oh. This is not the pod I was looking for, but it's the pod I will use. So we've got something we can dig out here, and we can get some scrap. That is... Ooh, you can ping stuff, by the way. That is a wind generator. And what's that? Is that a backpack? It is. Some poor person's backpack. And what on earth? That's a work light. That's really annoying. Stop doing that. Right. Dig out and around here. Can't see anything there. And I'll place that in there. And look at that, the work light's actually lighting things up. You know what might be best if we put it on the front so we can actually see? There we go. Okay, so we have a pod here, and you can see it's got a symbol on the side. And if you have that, whoa, that's some twist in the cable, isn't it? Again, it's very easy to understand what's happening here. So yellow is power, electricity, and blue is oxygen. So if the outside was blue, you know it's ferrying oxygen, but it doesn't. Well, air, isn't it? So insert appropriate resource to unlock. We need that resource, and I believe if we go over to our resources, that resource is that laterite? That's laterite. I don't have any laterite on me at this time, so sadly we're going to have to leave that. Okay, continue on our little journey of exploration. The ground and stuff reminds me of a game called, was it Protus? And we're talking 5+ years ago now when I last played that. It was a nice, relaxing sort of venture-y game. It's very, very stylized, but it's, yeah. It was good at the time, that game. Probably still good now, but I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, this is very stylized. Different planets, they look different as well. You'll get different biomes and that sort of thing. The thing we are looking for is around the planet, and there might be a better way of finding it other than just bumbling around. Certainly, try not to drive through a rocky forest. That's generally... I think it's advisable to just not come in here. What we're looking for is a beam of light that'll come... It's sort of shooting up from it, and that tells you where it is. Although, quite frankly, if we ever make it out of this forest, it's going to be a miracle. And what's that? Oh, what is that, in fact? Whatever it is, I'm gathering it. It's ammonium. Okay, we need some of that. Some organic. One more. There we go. Okay, gather that. I'm not going to get any more. And here we go. And probably get stuck down the hole that I've just created. No, we're fine. You can build bigger buggies. You can make spaceships. We do have a spaceship. It is a one-person ship that can go different places. Haven't yet went to another planet, but have been to different areas on this planet. And also learned very quickly that it can run out of engine. You don't fuel it. It just has a limited number of uses on the engine. And I managed to land and get stranded. So my friend had to get this buggy and come and find me. And again, it's an adventure. As the great legend himself would say, Mr. Bob Ross, it's just happy little accidents. And you know what's going to be a happy little accident? This tree's going to have a happy little accident as I basically dig it out of the ground because I've had enough. Go away. Actually, that's all kinds of bad, because what I'm doing there is just making a hole. So yeah, the intent was to get rid of the tree so I can... Is that backing up into... Oh, films were made about that sort of thing. Let's not do that. we're not going to go all Italian job on it. Yeah, the intent was to... Can we gather that? We can. We can get it. Research points. Excellent. Yeah, the intent was to dig it out so we can quickly travel past it, but then that would create a huge hole. And this is... Oh, it's going full Mako now. Up a vertical cliff. No problem. Down a rocky one. Lots of problems. And, ooh, good grief. Another thing I don't know. Can you roll it? I really don't know. What is that? That looks like... Well, it's certainly a bit of debris. Let me stop the boat just to grab that. Okay. Today's beverage is a pear cordial. Never had it before. It's alright. So what's this? Bits of scrap. Debris. Ooh, research points. And... Ooh, there's a cable plug. Okay, right. This is new. Let's power this thing on then. It didn't seem to do anything. Or is it providing power? No, it is not. Interesting. Interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Okay, it's now unplugged. And... Oh, it's on the ground now. That's fine. Is that thing still turned on? I think it is. What I'll do is I'll head up on top of it and put that there. I'll use this one, in fact. Oh, that doesn't really want to be there, does it? Okay, pick that up, rotate it round. Oh, I think I've broken it. To be fair, it was sort of broke before I came here, wasn't it? Okay. Well, that's a shame. Right, onwards to glory. Let's see if I can find this thing. So I'm going to... There's lots of research to gather, but I'm going to ignore it. That's a wind turbine medium, but I can't store it on this thing. So scanning the horizon for a beam of light. That's not a beam of light, that's just the sky. That's a hole! Oh, that was a teeth dryer. That was a plumber's estimate. Right. Nothing there other than a nightmare to drive through. I'm going to look for the best and fastest way through this peacock forest, because that's what these leaves remind me of. There's another pod which requires the same resource that we didn't have last time. Oh, what's the chances of me getting through here with this thing? Well, that was uneventful. Not a complaint, just an observation. Okay, slipping and sliding down the side of that is not good. Yeah, so you can build spaceships, you can go to different planets, and I'm assuming build a base on there. You've got different printers and resources to get, and different things to find. So we do need to go to a different planet because... Oh, you are joking me. Right, we're going a different way. I wonder if we can make it up here. There's no way it's going to have the torque. Come on. It's going. It's going. Oh. Let's stop dead. Okay, I was going to say can't make it up there. And oh, yeah. Okay, that's not going to... I hope it's not a rental because I'm not going to get my deposit back. That's for sure. And we're going to wrap it around a tree. No, we're fine. No, we did. We did in the end. Oh, there's a windy mill. Small wind turbine. I will put it on my... I'll put it over there. That's fine. Okay. Back in. And let's see if we can get it unstuck. Oh, that's not a noise you want to hear. Neither is that one. You do often do that. You try to get something out, but it gets in the way and you click on your backpack and such. Ah, there's the glitch I mentioned. I can hit that keyboard as much as I want, and indeed hit the right keys, and it's not going to drive. It is full of power. It just doesn't work. Now it does work. As soon as we unconnect it. Reconnect it. It'll work fine now. There you go. Oh, fuck. Oh, hang on. Is that a... Oh, I haven't just done a full UE, have I? No, what that is the other Stargate. That's good. This thing requires power, by the way, to open it up, so I'm going to do just that. I wonder if this will work. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It's a bit windy, so... nowhere near enough wind. Okay, we will... put that in there, that there. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, Derek, hang on. Right, there we go. So, connection. Ah, you see that? It doesn't have the power. We need more power, Captain. Roger that. More power. Okay. It's a bit of a hungry beast. To be fair, it is a bit more windy now, so... Close. Close. And just as I do that... just as I do that, the wind stops. It sounds like it's going. I'll wait for the wind. Or do I just place this thing? I think I just place this thing, don't I? It's just easier. Cool! Top came off. Research gained. Turn all the generators off. Don't need them to generate anymore. Pick that up, and we'll be off. Right, so we managed to find a teleporter, that thing there. Sadly, it's the one that's already on. Not that this is... Oh, good grief. I seem to hit everything. I need a drill. You can make a drill, actually. I've never made one. I don't know how it works in-game. So, yeah, there is the Stargate. Actually, wait, have I just done a full UE? Have I just gone around the entire planet or in a big circle? That's exactly what I've done. Sweet. Went round to the left and all, and all the way around. But you know what? It's not all bad because we've got resources and that was an unnecessary risk. At least we've got the resources. We got some good research and we're back at base, which isn't all bad. Okay. You notice you don't hit your own tethers, and you might notice that that's very, very deep. So, what we might do is take a little jaunt in the spaceship, assuming we have the resources to fix it, because I don't know if I put another engine on it. Actually, I think we did. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. Right. So we'll get back. We'll start smelting. And welcome home. Excellent. So that, we'll pick up that. And is there anything else to smelt? I don't think there is. That's aluminium. And what I'm going to do with the aluminum is shove it in the research station because I can. And that's picking up the research station. There we go. 5 minutes and we'll get some research points. Not many, but you can do that if you wanted to. So we got some clay, we got some glass. We want to... we can't put that in there. So I wonder what we do with that. Ammonium. I don't know. Either way, I want to put that in there. I want to get rid of some of these resources. Actually, we might be able to centrifuge it. The way centrifuge works, you've got these... You have to get a little canister, fill a canister up with your gun, with your little. Oh, well, it's not even little, really. It's this thing, and then you then put it there, and then you centrifuge it so you can turn it into lots of different resources. I guess I'll just put that. Where should we put it? We can store it wherever we want, as long as there's a slot, you understand. Then go on there. What were we going to make here? Solid fuel thruster. Ah, that's handy. We actually already have. Good for a round trip. Right, okay. That's a solid fuel thruster. I'm guessing there's a refillable one, but I don't think we have it. Let's have a look at research. Probably in tier 3. It is not. There's a bigger buggy. Oh, that's a tractor. That's what we have in the trailer. Hydrazine thruster. It requires 3,000 bytes. We have 3,855. But we need tungsten and titanium alloy, both of which we do not have. So that's a problem. Right, okay. That does say it's good for a round trip. So we should be alright. Should. Right. Okay, so I want to... I'll keep a small generator on me. Don't need that. Don't need that small generator. Do require 1 power. I don't need that. Right, so we're about okay there. So let's take a trip in the ship. So in, and we will launch. And yep, here we go. And we might be able to spy where the other Stargate is, actually. That might be a better choice for us. So it's going to reorient the ship, and we are above here. So that's our base there. And looking around... by the way, you can sort of launch it to... there's lots of other planets there. I don't know if you can launch it to those ones, but you can certainly launch it like C, and then you can say, right, where do I want to go? So there's where we are now. Or you can say, right, go to a different area. And I don't think we can go any further. Oh, it looks like we might be able to. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm going to go up here. And you'll see the circles. Those are landing sites. Different landing sites. And I'm trying to find... I'm trying to see if there's any of those gates. And I can't see any. Oh, there's one there. But that one's activated. Yeah, that one's activated. So we know... Ah, there's one. There's one. Right. Okay. So we can probably land there and get that on, but I don't have all the generators because I accidentally, well, say accidentally, I purposely didn't take them, but what we'll do, we'll land back. Is that really the opposite side of where we started? I think it might be. There's another one though. See that there? There's another one. And what's that? What's that there? I have no idea what that is, but it looks important. So right below us, you can see there is a gate. And there's also something over there. It looks like... Oh, it could probably just be a piece of scrap. Oh, is that gate activated? No, that's not activated, I don't think. It wouldn't be shooting that up if it was. And our base is over there. So let's see if we can keep our orientation. I want to figure out... I know it's roughly over there. It's there. It's over that way. Right. We're going to wing it. So I'm going to... F to get out. It is pretty much due west. See that? When you mouse over your character, it says west. Right, so we need to head west and turn that on. Generators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, more than enough. Let's not go into that because that will be all kinds of bad. But let's go. And we'll go west. That way. And is there a way you can get your... I don't think there is a way you can get your... Good grief. It's, look at it bouncing all over the place. I wonder if weight distribution is a thing. Does it calculate that? Does it take that into account? I really don't know. I think the only way to get the direction that you're heading is to get out and mouse over. But we'll see. You might also some red things back there. They will hurt you. They will certainly do you in if you I think if you get too close. Certainly if you destroy them with your, if you dig them out of the ground with your gun. If you do that when you're too close, then it will explode and you will die. So you can die in this game. Suffocation is generally the prime way of having that happen. I'm just going to get out, and I think that is the direction I want to go, but how right am I? Sort of right. It stopped. No, there we go. Oh, there's a rock back there, that's why. It's a purple rock with purple ground. It's very difficult to see. I was going to try and blaze a trail through this thing, but quite frankly, I'm going to go around. Is that the thing we knocked over earlier? It might have been, you know. So we need to get through this. And quite frankly, the trailer is starting to dictate the direction of travel, but I'm just going to roll with it. Roll down the hill, also. That's a problem. That's more problem. Oh, fuck. Why do I seem to hit everything? It's a nice relaxing game about smashing into stuff. Oh, this is just all kinds of bad, isn't it? Yeah, why am I doing this? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Now we can drive past it. No, because it's now just decided not to do anything. Oh, and that's disappeared. There are some bugs. Right. There we go. Connect that back up. We got some research, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Let's go around this and then into a... Oh my good grief. Have you seen the amount of rocks in there? And it wants to back up through there. No. I'm going to try and spin it round. I'm holding left and it's just not doing it. Oh, come on. Right. There we go. And we'll get through these trees. I mean, this is like... It's like a colourful spin tyres. Come on! Where am I hung up on now? There. Okay. See, I'm just managing to dig more holes. Them trees will disappear eventually, then we get through. Oh, there we go. We're doing some... Yes! We're doing some lumber yarding. And... everything we can hit, we've hit. We're out! Oh, fuck. Right. See what I mean? It just seems to veer into things that it can hit. Right, so keep an eye out. This is where there's a massive ravine and we just can't get around anymore. That would not surprise me. And indeed, I think that's exactly what it is. I think we can jump that, though. Ooh. Ooh. Yes! Wasn't worried at all, and I think I can see the goal. See, I'm not even pointing that direction, and it just heads that way. I think I can see the line there. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yes! Right, and this is the deactivated one too. So, we have made it. Welcome. And it looks really cool, doesn't it? Yep, that looks very pretty. Right, so we need to... Ah, this might be a problem. How do we get up? I don't think I can jump that. I can't. I'm going to have to jump on top of this and then onto that. But I'll take the generators first. So I think we'll need 5 generators in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take a 6th just in case, and the fuel. And we'll use this as a way up. Right. So, I don't know if this ancient thing can I don't know how it can interface with this, but I mean, they've obviously used these same plugs before, and ooh, okay, that's a thing. So we'll place that in there, and it seems to come out in a random orientation, which is fine, I guess. Ooh, let's not step off the thing. And I think one more. Okay, are we ready? Well, it's doing something. Right. Oh, it's lighting up some more. No! Power! No! No, 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 no! We're fine. One more. That's epic! We have it on! The power of mini generators. 5 of them chained together. And we have now turned on the gate. So we can go one there, go one there, that one there. There's one over there we haven't found yet. This here says dim, and that's bright. So there's one on the surface there. These are all surface ones. So we've turned on 3 of 6, and there's also one that's in interior. So I don't know. Well, obviously that'll be underground, but I don't know exactly how to get there. But I know it's going to be fun finding out. That has been a bit of Astroneer. It's joyful to play. You know, I don't play things like Rainbow Six Siege ranked because of it's joyful. It's more of like trying to improve your own skill base and being happy with that and playing with friends and stuff. But it's not like I don't get giddy playing it. This one, it's sort of childlike, and it's great for it. I really am having a blast with it. Like I said, just exploring, especially with a friend, and find different stuff, and yeah, it's just a nice, relaxing place. Apart from when it bugs out a little bit, and you crash into trees and rocks and everything else that you can possibly hit. But I'm really loving it. I really am. Links in the description. You can check it out yourself if you do so desire. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Now to try and get home.